Gun! Wait, hot, hot! The hot! Ready! Jahan, ready? Run out! Yellow, yellow, yellow! Gun! Five, five! Wait, that! Jahan, ready! Wait, that! Jahan! Wait, Jahan, hot! Jahan! Wait, Jahan! Jahan! Wait, Jahan, hot!
Coach, this is such a special place. You drive through the streets of Green Bay, no tall buildings, quaint houses, and then boom, right there in the middle of the neighborhood is iconic Lambeau Field. We all know this community lives for its Packers, and the green and gold came out of the tunnel a short time ago, and it was loud. We are ready for football, so are they, as the Packers get set to match up with Carson Wentz and the Philadelphia Eagles. And nice work on the return as they'll start their drive just past the 30-yard line.
At their own 31-yard line.
Go.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10.
Hey, empty.
Check 50. Tighten up. Back. Alert 3.
6-6, bullet high.
Whip. Watch the whip. Jump.
This is the former Nittany Lion, the rookie Miles Sanders. Give him 3 there on the first play of the game, and it's 2nd down.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7.
Hey, we're pretty quiet.
Black.
Wentz on the give to Sanders. And he'll get this one up to about the 39 here. A gain of 3 last play. This time they double it and pick up 6.
It's a gain of 6.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
On 3rd down, Scott, and he will have first down yardage as he's brought down at the 41. Got what he needed for the first down with a gain of 2.
Pick up of 2 yards. First down, Eagles.
Here we go. Waiting.
Mike, 58, right there. Get your swerve on.
Here, shift.
Motion.
Sunday.
58's the Mike. 58.
Running game working. They'll stick with it on first down. Tyler Lancaster on the tackle.
Taken down at the 43-yard line. 2 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and 8 at the 43-yard line.
58, boys. 58's Mike.
Throwing on 2nd and 8. Wentz. Throwing over the middle, but it's incomplete. The Pro Bowl tight end Zach Ertz, the intended target, and it's 3rd down.
It's always tough for the guys throwing the football when they think they've got a completion and the ball's almost there, and then someone sneaks a hand or 2 in and bats it away.
So the failure to connect on 2nd down, that leaves them staring up here at a 3rd and 8.
Man 5-7.
58's the Mike. 58.
Hey, exit.
Hey, let's get off the field.
To throw is Wentz. Goodwin able to haul it in. And this is going to result in another first down as the tackle's made at the Packers 39. So into Packer territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 39-yard line. And he's going to get this one down to the edge of the red zone. Chewing up big yardage. Another nice gain there. This one goes for 20. Quite the opening drive march they're on right now.
It looks a lot like what we saw in practice prior to the game, doesn't it? You know, because on that last big practice beforehand, you go through your offensive script. You go through your play calling. You go through all the stuff and establish things. And it looks like it's going like clockwork right now for them.
50.
Here we go, Pac-Man. 180.
Right there.
Say, Bush.
They give it off here to the tight end. And he'll get this one down to about the 17. A gain of 3, 2nd down.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain, considering the blitz that they just had against them.
We own them. Slam.
No.
Check 90.
On 2nd down now. It's Sanders. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. That's going to be a 6-yard gain. It leaves him with 3rd down and just a yard to go.
All right, Brand, I know we're in the early going here, but those kind of runs, they're going to open up a world of opportunities for this offense going forward.
Let's go.
On 3rd down, it's Scott, and he's able to pick up the 1st down before he's tackled right at the 10. Just a yard, but that's all they needed, and by the slimmest of margins, it'll be 1st and goal. So another 3rd down conversion, and now they've got him, and he'll take it into the end zone for an Eagles touchdown. Miles Sanders, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Eagles drive right down the field and score on the opening drive. Elliott good on the extra point, and that makes the score 7-0. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. Fielded about a yard deep. And all that work, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been, and he's simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. Rodgers will bring the pack up with a 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. The 3rd year back from BYU, Jamal Williams with a carry. And from the 25, they worked this to the 29, a gain of 4.
Well, it's time for them to be good teammates right here. And what I mean by that is possess the ball for a little while. Get at least 2 1st downs. Give their defense a chance to settle down a little bit after they gave up a touchdown.
A 2nd down pass play there, but it's incomplete. Charles, already trailing by touchdown early. This offense, how imperative is it for them to get points out of this drive?
Well, they feel like they have to go ahead and match because of what was already on the board against their defense. But I think even more so, you just want to avoid 3 and outs. You want to be able to stay on the field for a little while, let your defense catch their breath a little bit, even if you don't score any points.
Throwing is Rodgers on 3rd down. And that'll wind up incomplete. Bold play call there. Now it's 4th down. You can tell they were hoping for a flag there offensively. Several on the sideline motioning. Hey, why not a penalty? Why not a penalty? What did you see?
Yeah, I think you've got to let them play, and the officials are instructed. If there's contact coming from both sides, no flag. Let them fight it out.
And forces 4th down.
1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. They have to be thrilled with that first drive that got them the touchdown. Now they'll be looking to make it a 2-score advantage here on the road.
And you know they spent all week in practice, in meetings, talking about taking an early advantage. Being the road team, going up a score, that takes the crowd out of the game and puts some doubt in the minds of their opponents.
And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. First play of the drive, a success, 19 yards. From up near the 40 now after the big play to start. Here's another 1st and 10. Right back to Sanders on 1st down. And able to get a couple as he's across the 40 to the 41.
The ball carrier. The tackle made by Christian Kirksey. A gain of 2.
From the 41, Wentz. Man open, it's Goodwin. And this is going to result in another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Packers' 36. So into Packer territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 36. Here's Sanders. And he won't get much. Maybe a couple. Down inside the 35 to the 34.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
58's the mic.
Throwing on 2nd and 8. Wentz under pressure, and he'll go down. They'll sack him on what ought to be the final play of this first quarter. After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports. Eagles coming up here on a 3rd and long, so Wentz and company with some work to do after the sack. The Eagles going to take the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. The Eagles on third down. A perfect 3 for 3 as they look to keep that streak going. This is going to be 3rd and 13.
Hey, check 24. Watch 24.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And this play going to be stopped in its tracks at the 32, and obviously well short of the first down. It's a 6-yard gain, and it leaves them looking at a 4th down.
A 49-yard attempt.
The kick by Elliott is good. And the lead moves to 10-zip. So that's a 7-play drive that ultimately stalls out there at the end.
And things were a little leaky in the beginning on that drive, weren't they? But how about the front 7? As they got closer to their goal line, things stiffened a little bit, forced the field goal.
And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. About set to get this drive started, the Green Bay offense at the line. And on the first drive, 3 and out. I know that these are professional athletes, but I would imagine sometimes the Red Sea parts, and there he goes. The 20, 10, touchdown, Packers. Jamal Williams. His 4th touchdown on the year, as they are now on the board here in the first half. Not a whole lot to recap on that drive. Just one play, 75 yards to the house.
Yeah, it's a long way to go. Remember, rarely is it a straight line 75 yards, too. Got to have a little extra in there. So whatever the final number is, a well-deserved seat on the bench, a little oxygen if he wants it as well.
This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line.
At their own 23-yard line.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And they're not going to play this conservative, I don't think. They had the field goal last time, and they're up, but they're looking to put a drive in the end zone.
Oh, I agree with you totally. No one goes out on the field and says, all right, let's just settle for 3, except in certain situations, trying to ice a game, that sort of deal. Most of the time, it's end zone, and that's what you're thinking, and I believe that's exactly what they're thinking as they begin this one.
Yeah, no quarterback ever goes out there saying, hey, let's get 3, right?
Not one that I've ever met.
And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. A really good pickup of 28 yards. They'll run on first down. It's Scott. Past the 20. And he takes it all the way down to the 3. A big play there for Philly. 46 yards on the ground. After the big play, a chance to finish now on 1st and goal. They'll try to run with Sanders. And he's in. Touchdown, Eagles. Miles Sanders with his 2nd touchdown of the game, 4th of the year. And the Eagles able to push further out in front. Elliott good with a PAT. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback.
Their own 25-yard line.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And coming off a one-play drive that was so deflating for the defense, what's their mentality? How do they rally here and stop this offense?
Well, hopefully there's some determination that sets in because they weren't ready to go on the last one. Give all the credit to the offensive guys for getting it done, but to allow a run of that length, that's just not being prepared. So now, are they determined? Are they ready to read their keys and make the proper plays?
And we'll see how determined they are. On 2nd down, Williams. And they're able to get this one across the 35. 11 yards and a Green Bay Packer first down. We've seen him break off a big run already in this game, and for a second, that one looked like it might be another.
Yeah, I think that any defense would say, look, we can't let him get to the second level because sometimes he'll break off the big run on his own, but oftentimes you get additional blocking at the second level, which gets you deeper into the secondary.
And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. He's able to rip off 32 on that one. It's a first down.
That's another Packers first down.
So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30.
Check. Right now, you got 58. He's coming. We got double up.
Rodgers gives this to Jamal Williams. And he gets stopped up at the 31 after a gain of maybe a yard.
Well, they had that one sniffed out. Excellent run blitz. Stopped that one for a short gain.
What makes a good run blitz a good run blitz?
The ability to stay on task, to follow up your assignment, go to the gap you're supposed to cover, and not be deterred by anything else.
Looking deep for Adams. This is caught. Give him 30 yards there. Obviously, they're not where they want to be right now on the scoreboard. Big plays like that, though, that'll trend them in the right direction.
Yeah, a few more like that, they'll be right back in the game. And if they can continue to do that, maybe they'll inspire their defense as well and get a few stops.
And he is not going to get through here on try number 1. They stop him at the goal line.
Yeah, baby.
Green 18.
Check 30.
Oko over here.
Kill.
Green 18.
They'll run for it with Montgomery. And he'll take this one in for a Packer touchdown. Ty Montgomery. His first touchdown on the year. As they are now just an extra point away from making this a 3-point game. Extra point up and good by Crosby. And the lead's down to a field goal at 17-14. So just a 3-point game now as they send this one away. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll wind up about 4 yards shy of where he would have been if he'd taken a knee, as they'll start at the 21-yard line. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. They have to be pleased with the way that they've moved the football thus far.
And why wouldn't they be? 2 touchdowns on a field goal in their first 3 possessions. They're playing so well right now, the field goal probably feels like a disappointment.
They start on the ground here at Sanders. And he's going to lose yardage here. Back to his own 18. Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up second down.
Tyson. 5'9".
Now on 2nd and 13. Wentz. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
It is tough to complete passes against zone defenses. The windows that you see open, they shrink pretty rapidly. How about being able to hit a moving target against a zone before the next guy can get there and make a play on the ball?
Not easy for any quarterback, no matter the situation. And there, the defense won the battle. And he will be marked down short of the first as they get to him at the 29. They'll get 10 there, but it leaves him just short for 4th down. They'll try and run for it. And he's able to get it to the 33. Good enough for a first down. A curious decision to go for it, but it pays off with a first down. Backed up where they were on this side of the field, that was a gutsy call.
A gutsy call that never should have happened. Not so much them going for it. That's their decision. But where's the defensive front? Where's the leverage? Where's the low man wins? Where's getting into the offensive backfield and spilling the play? How did they permit them to pick up a first down in that situation?
And he's going to get this down inside of Green Bay's 15-yard line. Coming up at the half, a reminder, we go back to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman. He'll have a look back at our first half as well as a look ahead to what's coming up later this weekend. On first down, it's Sanders. Trying to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down.
At the 11-yard line.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10.
Let's 5-7.
58, right over there.
Hey, Echo.
Mike, 58, right there.
Bring it.
Wentz to the end zone, but it's incomplete. He was trying to find Deshaun Jackson that time, and it's third down.
I'm going to need some help with this one. How did he miss him? Wide open in the end zone. He's not hurried. He's not hit. And somehow, incomplete?
Yeah,
what happened?
During film study, that's one where he's just going to shake his head, not be able to believe it.
6 points go by the wayside on that one.
Hey. And 58 is a Mike. Going 58.
Smooth.
Here we go. 58's a Mike. 58's a Mike.
Now Wentz on third down. And that's going to be caught for an Eagles touchdown. Marquise Goodwin, his second touchdown on the season. And the Eagles able to push further out in front. Elliott good on the extra point. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. About set to get this drive started, the Green Bay offense at the line. It was still more than a minute to go in the half. Time to try to mount a drive.
And I would think that they would have to. This is today's NFL. You got to push it whenever you get an opportunity. You could never have enough points with the high-powered offenses that you face. And analytics will tell you, try and score when given the opportunity.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Rodgers throwing again. He's going to look deep down the field. And that'll be incomplete. Good protection that time, and they couldn't hook up on the long one. Now it's third down.
Feels like they're getting caught in between here because they didn't completions on 1st and 2nd down. Now you got to worry a little bit about the clock because you prefer not to give them another shot here in the first half. But if you don't pick up the first down, guess what? You're likely going to have to.
And he gets it to Funchess complete. And he's got the first down yardage before being taken down at midfield. The Packers going to use one of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half.
Watch tight. Tight end right.
26.
Hey. 4 down.
From midfield, here's Rodgers. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Jannard Avery. Give him the credit for the sack and a loss of 14 yards. So after the sack, a scenario you certainly don't work on too often. 2nd and 24. To throw, it's Rodgers. Looking for Garcon, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Justin Coleman. Evades the tackler, and now some space. And he takes this one back into the end zone, and the Eagles defense gets a pick-6 TD. Elliott now to have the extra point. Oh, I was just about to say he hadn't missed an extra point all season, but there it is, his first miss, no good.
30, Packers 14. Jake Elliott to kick off.
So they throw the pick-6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air.
The Packers take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
8 yards on the pickup, brings up 2nd and 2 at the 33-yard line.
Here's a 2nd and 2 now from the 33.
Single receiver. Hey, you're single receiver.
Rodgers going to throw. He's going to go for a big play downfield.
Tight end right.
And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete. Knocking it away there defensively, Justin Coleman.
Brings up 3rd down and 2.
after the incompletion. Here now, 3rd and 2.
Back north.
Hey, get him. You got him.
A final shot before half for Rodgers. Looking deep for Adams. And that is caught one-handed. Oh, my, he pulled it in. And he is taken down deep in Philadelphia territory. So we reach halftime in what's been a fairly one-sided game so far. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, so the Eagles with the lead, and they're going to get this football first as the third quarter gets underway. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. About set to get this drive started. The Green Bay offense at the line. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the second half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
And I never want to make something more important than it actually is, right? I don't want to create more hype than what is there. But this is I'm doing it, though. This is a really important drive. And we often talk about teams scripting plays to start a game. A lot of them script to start the second half, too. And they're scripting something that they expect to get them into the end zone.
Yeah, that is intercepted by the Pro Bowl corner Darius Slay. And what a return as he brings this all the way back down to the 20-yard line.
Brandon, this is a veteran quarterback back there. He should know better than to make a throw like this. This is definitely not his best ball, and I think he knew this was trouble the second it was leaving his hand.
58. Mike, 58, right there.
Right here.
Switch.
Hey, Ford Tokyo. Hey, Haywood. Here, sit.
58's the Mike.
Watch the stretch.
So after the INT, here's Wentz. And this is caught. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Marquise Goodwin, his second touchdown of the game, his third on the year. And the Eagles take advantage of good field position on the turnover to cash this one in. Elliott Good with a PAT. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback.
25-yard line.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway.
Tight end's right. Watch tight end. Four down.
Inside.
Alert.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. A good pickup there, 26 yards. So from Philadelphia territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line. Shotgun now for Rodgers. Eluding the pressure right. And Rodgers intercepted a third time. Picked off by Avonte Maddox. And they take possession of the football and have it at the 36-yard line.
Well, I get what he was trying to do. He was moving to his right and trying to shift the coverage, but instead he shifted the coverage also to the right and threw right into it for an interception.
For Tokyo.
44's the Mike. Check.
Hey, Charlie.
Wentz now on 1st down.
I can't believe they let you play. I can't believe they even let you play.
Nice work to get 7 out of that, and it's 2nd down.
They brought the blitz that time, and I thought they were going to get to him, but instead, he flipped it on its ear and ended up picking up positive yardage.
I thought he was dead to rights, but you are exactly correct, sir, able to turn that into a positive gain. 4 yards the pickup, 1st down.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball, protect this lead, give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop him. Rush coming, and he's taken down. Preston Brown coming in hard there on the blitz, and he gets him 7 yards behind the line of scrimmage.
61, matchbox light.
On 2nd down, it's Sanders. They get 11 back on that one. It leads to 3rd down. I was pretty surprised there when they lined up to run it on 2nd and long, but it worked out for them.
It certainly did, and that requires some confidence, some fortitude, and a little bit of hope, doesn't it? You hope you catch the defense just right and break off a big run to help yourself out on the next down.
Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 33. And they have the football and will set up shop at the 33-yard line.
Intercepted.
They needed a break. They needed to make a play here in the third quarter defensively. They did that. Now they got to go quickly and get some points on the board.
And the best part is that they made their own break, taking the ball away. Now they just look at their offense and saying, guys,
let's go.
Come on, capitalize on this one.
Meanwhile, they take a shot to start. Start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete.
It leads to 2nd and 10.
Ready.
2nd and 10 from the 33-yard line.
Echo. Mike 5. Army.
And here comes throw number 1 for the backup QB. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on, third down.
And now offensively it's 3rd and 10, and I'm just thinking to myself, actors always say, what's my motivation before a big scene? Right now the play caller's thinking, what have I done before that's worked well that I can go to right now?
Yeah, because they were pretty successful in the first half scoring points. Haven't done anything so far here in the second half. Now a shot taken on 3rd down, but it's going to wind up incomplete.
This defense is continuing to contest every deep ball that is thrown downfield. And, look, it doesn't matter whether you're playing man or zone. Eventually that becomes man on man, and you've got to trust yourself and go up at that moment of truth and make a play on the football.
Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Jatavis Brown. And the return will be stopped at the 34-yard line. That's not one that he's going to want to remember, but he had to get it out of the way at some point, his first career interception.
And if he's the guy that they think he is, he's not laughing it off, but he's also not going to let it affect him as the game proceeds. He's going to go back out there, still be the same confident kid, the reason that they drafted him, and go out and play.
Rabbit. 44 is the mic. 44 is the mic.
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. He's going to take a shot right away. And that's going to be intercepted by the Pro Bowler, Xavier Howard.
So that's back-to-back drives where they've thrown an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. Now the pressure comes, and he goes down. Just inside the 10, back at the 9. Fletcher Cox, the former Mississippi State Bulldog, ringing the cowbell there on the sack.
Tight dog. 6 guy. Check 6 guy.
Back to throw. Love. Escaping the pressure right. It'll be a gain of 9, and that'll bring up a 3rd and 11 situation.
Partner, he was going through his progressions. Not there. After about the 3rd one, he decided he better pull it down and run for it. And he slides down and avoids the hit for good measure.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down.
Hey, watch the ship.
From the gun, Love. Try to lay one up deep. And that is intercepted by the Pro Bowl corner, Darius Slay. And they're going to set up shop at the 27-yard line. 3rd and long that time. He was trying to make something happen, but a little too risky.
Well, the field tilted on him. And what I mean by that is what you said. 3rd and long. Got to push it downfield to try to pick up the first down. Defensive backs live for this situation, and they took advantage of the young man right there.
Now here's a pass on first down that's knocked away and incomplete. 2nd and 10 now from the 27.
Switch. Fofo's the mic. Mike's Fofo.
Hey, orbit.
Throwing now is Wentz. That's complete to his speedy wideout Goodwin. It's a gain of 16 and an Eagle first down.
A gain of 16 yards.
He's certainly been a huge factor in this when he's got the 2 touchdowns to his credit. Now they look to him again. He picks up the first.
Yeah, I can hear everyone saying, well, why don't you cover him, double him, triple him, do what you have to do. But sometimes they get locked into such a groove and such a connection, it doesn't matter how many guys are in his area.
He certainly looks to be in that groove right now. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9. On 2nd and 9, Wentz. It's caught by Sanders. And he'll be brought down just shy of midfield at the 49-yard line.
That's what I'm talking about.
Now, 5-yard pickup on the play. And it's 3rd down.
44 is the mic. 44 is the mic.
Come on, baby, come on.
Now Wentz. This is caught by Jackson. And he's out of bounds as he gets this down to the 45. It'll be a gain of 6 that time as it moves the chains as well.
Waiting.
Mike's fo. You're trash. You're trash. Kill.
Hey, empty.
And he'll give it here to his running back. Call it a gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it 2nd down.
Smith on the stop. A gain of 4. It's now a 2nd and 6.
Got 4 down. 4
At
down.
the 40-yard line.
Dash, go now.
Porky, 82, Porky.
44.
Hey, seam 6.
From the 40 now on 2nd down. Wentz. And he's going to be hit and taken down. Back right around the 48-yard line. Kenny Clark never giving up. He works his way to the QB for a loss of 12. Eagles coming up here on a 3rd and long, so Wentz and company with some work to do after the sack.
Go ahead, baby. Go.
82.
Wentz going to throw. That's caught by the big tight end, Dallas Goedert. Back now at Lambeau. A lot of folks starting to make their way to the parking lot. Their guys trail big here to begin quarter number 4. And with things looking pretty good on the scoreboard, they're going to keep the offense out there and go for it here on 4th. And he's able to get it to the 31, and that's enough for the first. A solid pickup of 5 and a very solid 4th down conversion. And defensively, pure frustration. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Preston Brown able to drop him that time for his 2nd sack of the evening.
74.
Hey, 58 is the mic. Going 58's the mic.
Another try after the first down sack. Wentz. That's complete to Sanders. He'll be brought down on the 30-yard line after a gain of 6. Looked like a pretty good, safe play right there. No, he's had trouble with the interceptions in this game there. Hits his guy out in the flat.
Yeah, so many times we hear quarterbacks and offensive coordinators talk about in your progressions, you're either throwing the touchdown or you're throwing the check down. But earlier in the game, it was touchdown or interception. Now he got to the check down, a nice safe throw, and a good one.
They converted once earlier in this drive, but they'll roll the dice here again on 4th down. Going with their tight end on 4th. And he will have the first down across the 20 to the 19-yard line. Well, they deemed it 4 down territory, and they got 4 yards to pick up the first.
First down, Philadelphia.
Bring it.
Hey, 57.
Switch. He's checking crash.
Throw left side, caught by Goodwin.
Wentz's
And they go the wrong way here. Knocked back to the 20.
It's a loss of 2.
A rare misstep on that last play because the drive has been strong, but now it's 2nd and 12. Now Wentz. And that is caught. What a catch inside the 5. That'll put him over 150 yards receiving now. Quite a ball game and a first down.
Come on, the ball hard. He's checking.
They'll run with Sanders. And this is going to result in losing yardage. They're driven back to the 8-yard line. So a loss of 5, and it'll be 2nd down.
It's a loss of 5.
Brandon, it's clearly a running situation when you're up in the 4th quarter. They're going to have to stack the box and make it difficult for them to move the ball.
Made it very difficult right there. Now they need to repeat that effort.
Yeah, bring 7, 8, 9, whatever it's going to take to slow them down.
Give him right around 4 on the carry. We'll see if they want to keep pounding here on 3rd and goal. To throw is Wentz. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete. So it's been a long drive. They've held the ball for quite a while. Now what do you do here?
Well, to me, at this stage, after this drive, this close to the goal line, 3 points would be a letdown. I'm going for it here.
So it's 3 more points, and that widens this thing out even further here in the fourth.
And you know in this league, you can never have enough points, but this widens it out, as you said, and now it's all about ball control, isn't it?
This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll make it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. About set to get this drive started, the Green Bay offense at the line. They're sort of seeing themselves spiral out of control. Let's see if they can get things back on track.
And this is where the coach is walking that line of being calm and really being firm with his team. I had one tell me once, when we were having a tough patch, this too shall pass, this too shall pass. And if we kept having a rough patch, he said, but you got to do something to make it pass. And that's what they have to do. They've got to get some control back, get themselves reasserted, and calm things down.
See if they can get calm and reassert themselves here. Looking to throw on second down. Love. There goes a deep ball, end zone. And for a third time tonight, he's intercepted. Picked off by Rodney McLeod. Boy, so another interception, CD, and it feels like he's starting to unravel a little bit.
And as you would expect, still a work in progress here in his second season. He has to start ironing out some of these mistakes, though, because now his head coach, his offensive coaches, they have to evaluate whether you keep playing him and let him work through it, or you start thinking about going to his backup.
Back near the goal line, here's Wentz. And he's got his favorite target yet again. It's complete. He's at the 40, 20, 10. And they are going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals. Still an important piece of business to take care of, the extra point. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line.
At their own 29-yard line.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. They are just obviously getting shellacked here in this one, Charles. What's the message if you're a coach for this final drive in a lopsided game like this?
For a lot of coaches,
be honest.
Don't forget today. Don't forget what has happened out here.
Yeah, use that as ammo going forward.
Exactly. Take a great look at that scoreboard. Realize how poorly everything went for us today, coaching, playing, the whole deal. And never forget it, because
you're not going to want that feeling again.
No, you don't want that feeling again. And who knows? You may meet up with this team again.
Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Love. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And that's caught inside the 35. That one good for 37 yards. So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. Looking to throw. Love. Got an open man. It's Valdez-Scantling. 17 yards on the play there as the Packers have the first down as well.
17 more yards.
I know many people like to throw to the tight end, maybe in a little flexed out position because he creates mismatches with his size. But slot receivers do the same thing with their quickness, their speed, and their route running savvy.
And he's able to get this inside the 10 now to the 9. Just what you want on a first down run. Call it 8 yards, and it's 2nd and 2.
2nd and 2 at the 9-yard line.
Now a 10th carry. Here's Williams. And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6. It's a 3-yard pickup, and that sets up a 1st and goal. They'll try and run. This is Williams. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. Now from the 7, here's 2nd and goal.
At the 7-yard line.
Stepping up, he's going to keep it. Only a yard there on the keeper, and that's going to leave him with a 3rd down. And a timeout comes in. The whistles blow with 3 seconds remaining. 6 plays got him down here. This is play number 7, 3rd and goal.
Safe. You go tight.
They'll try to run it in. It's Williams. And this is going to result in losing yardage. They're driven back to the 8-yard line. A big offensive explosion helped leading them to victory. And the defensive guys, they're just saying, hey, put those points up every week. We'll just keep winning.
They will gratefully accept them, won't they? It makes their job that much easier when they're scoring that many points. Allows them to play with a totally different style and a different flow.
So for Philadelphia, hey, they finish a perfect month of September as they move to 4-0 on the new campaign. And they'll get a few extra days to get ready for next week. Meanwhile, for the Packers, the defeat is their first of the year as they drop to 3-1. And they'll try to get back on track next week as they head to Dallas to take on the Cowboys. I'm Brandon Gaudin. Certainly have to Thanks, Coach. A bit of a sloppy track here at Soldier Field. Still getting some of the wraparound rain band. Thanks, Coach. A bit of a sloppy track here at Soldier Field. Still getting some of the wraparound rain bands of a low-pressure system that's hovered over Chicago the last couple of days. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Green Bay Packers and the Chicago Bears. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback.
Blue 58!
58's the mic. Hey, me and you all day. All day.
Over. Going right.
Kill.
Now the man from UTEP, this is Aaron Jones.
Kill.
And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. Give him 15 there, and the Packers have a first. Charles, they won last week despite him not running the ball well. They told us need to get him going. Runs like that help.
And they talked to us about leaning on him because, as you noted, last week they didn't have to. Still won the ball game. They leaned on other people to give him the yardage that they needed, but they really want him to be that guy, and that's what they're doing early in this game.
Check 30. Go.
Throwing on first down is Rodgers. He'll get this one into the hands of Lewis. Give him a couple on the catch. It's 2nd and 8.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Everson Griffin on the sack, taken to the 4th round back in 2010. What a steal.
There's a lot of discussion in the offseason about him having a big year and getting to the quarterback. They held him without a sack in week 1, but how about here? Finally gets his first one of the season.
In the offseason, said he changed his diet, leaner, feels so good this year. Excited to see what type of a season he can have. Now the throw on 3rd down, knocked away and incomplete. Getting a hand in there and knocking it away, Eddie Jackson. So the defense able to get off the field here on 3rd down.
And it's one of the goals of the game. They've got to be effective on passing downs. It's one of the few things defenses chart. How did we do on 3rd down? That's a nice start for them in this one.
It'll be a 44-yard punt, 6 on the return, and the Bears take over. Trubisky brings the Bears up 1st and 10 at their own 27. Here's the first carry for Tariq Cohen. And he powers his way up past the 30. Zadarius Smith able to get him down.
When we see those runs to the perimeter, when we see those runs to the edge, we think about big breakers, don't we? In this case, it was a modest gain, but it does open up possibilities here on second down.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6.
Alert, 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 alert.
50, check 50.
They'll run on 2nd down with Cohen. 3 yards is half of what they needed. Now can they get the other 3 here on 3rd down?
Partner, we know today's NFL is really built around the guy throwing the football. But these short runs, they still pay dividends because they can take their toll on a defense and they can add up as the game goes along. You control the clock, you control the ball, and that way you often control the game.
It looks like the Packers have added an extra DB on 3rd down.
Tighten up, tighten up, tighten up.
They'll try to run for it with Cohen, and he's going to have the 1st down at about the 38. So just 4 yards on the pickup, but that's good enough to extend the drive. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
1st and 10 at the 38-yard line.
Now they'll throw it with Trubisky. And he just gets rid of it, throws it away. A wise move there, looked like nobody open, now 2nd down. Got out of the pocket, didn't look like he had anybody open, Charles, so just gets rid of it.
And a good play by him. If no one's open and you don't have a running lane that you want to take, make the right choice, get rid of it, live to fight another down.
They work again from the 38 on 2nd and 10.
No gain on this defense, no gain.
Trubisky gives to Cohen. Just a couple there on the 2nd down run. Now they're staring at a 3rd and 8 situation. Pretty good little 2-play sequence there. You force the incompletion, then a very short pickup.
Yeah, now maybe you bring in an extra defensive back or two because you want to try and defend on 3rd down. They like to play those nickel or sub packages, don't they?
Stop! 180!
58's the mic. He's scared.
Alert, 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 alert. Alert, 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 alert. Stop.
On 3rd down, Trubisky. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. That sack came from the corner. On the corner blitz, it was Josh Jackson. And now a timeout coming from the defensive side for the Packers. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this 1st quarter. So on 4th down, on is the punter, Pat O'Donnell, to kick it away. Tyler Ervin back deep. He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. And this one hits at the 1, continues on into the end zone for a touchback.
Their own 20-yard line.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. They punted last time they had it. What steps, Charles, you think they have to take to make sure they don't do that again?
Well, let's just go to the football 101, the trade expression 101. Win 1st down. Make 5, 6, 7 yards on 1st down and make it a 2nd and 3, 2nd and manageable. Keep accumulating 1st downs that way. Keep moving the football. You don't want to get behind the sticks because then the defense has the advantage.
21-yard line.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run.
Let's go, let's go.
49, check 49.
From the gun, it's Rodgers. Now the pressure comes and he goes down. Just inside the 10, back at the 9. Akeem Hicks at 6'5", 332 finds his way home for the sack. After the sack, they'll come up now 3rd and long.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised to see them run the ball here just to try and get some space.
No run call here. They'll look to throw instead. He's going to air one out into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Eddie Jackson picks it, and this one will be brought back to the 22.
Well, it's 3rd and long, and you've got a few different ways to play it offensively. But this is not the type of offense that's going to wave the white flag. They're going to keep chucking it. And this time, it results in an interception.
Hey, 18.
58's the mic, 58. 58's the mic.
After the interception, here's Trubisky. That's complete to Robinson. And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4. 19 yards on the pickup there, and now they'll have it 1st and goal.
First and goal at the 4-yard line.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he gets halfway home from the 4 down to the 2-yard line. From the 2 now, 2nd and goal.
Way to be there, baby.
They'll run for it with Tariq Cohen. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Bears. Tariq Cohen, his 3rd touchdown now on the year, as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. The point after through the raindrops, up and good, and it's now a 7-0 game. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. They threw an interception the first time they had the football, wound up leading to a touchdown the other way. How do you approach drive number 2?
Going back to your game plan coming.
It's caught inside the 25. Touchdown, Packers. A big play there. His 3rd touchdown now on the year, as his guys are on the board here in this first quarter. Crosby connects on the extra point, and we are tied at 7. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. This will be fielded at the 8. And a pretty good return here. He'll be stopped just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line.
At their own 24-yard line.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
These two teams all tied after 1. On 2nd down now, it's Cohen, and he'll get it up near the 35, right at the 34 here. 2 yards, good enough for a first.
But we always talk about good down and distance, allowing offenses to expand their playbook. Well, 2nd and 2, that means your playbook's wide open. You can run just about anything. But a lot of times, the play caller, he just looks down at his sheet, sees the short yardage runs, and goes to one of those.
A gain there of 12 yards and a first down for the Bears. Although his reputation as a speedy runner precedes him, it's always fun to watch him work.
It is eye-opening, isn't it? Because when you see him get the ball and just go, in addition to that speed, it helps out his blockers. They don't have to hold blocks for long because he's just going to speed right past them.
And down he goes at the 49, a 3-yard pickup. Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
At their 49-yard line.
Watch the out.
Alert, 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 alert. Hey, Delta.
Shift.
18.
Shift.
On 2nd down, Ingram. And this will be taken across midfield and into Green Bay territory. Call it a gain of 5 there on the run, but they'll remain a yard or 2 short here with 3rd down coming up. They'll try to run for the first with Ingram. And he's going to have the first down at about the 38. Move the chains, a gain of 7 on 3rd down.
We use the word relentless a lot with guys who are aggressive on the field. In this case, it really fits, doesn't it? How about his ability to break tackles and his feet never stop moving?
First down, a run with Cohen. And he's going to get this down near the 20-yard line. A good pickup, 17 yards and a bare first down. He finds his way into the secondary again on this drive. They might want to try getting him down a little closer to the line of scrimmage.
Yeah, what do they call that? Third level run. First level being the D-line and linebacker, second level in the secondary, the third. When you block it up well and you make the secondary do all the tackling, that will wear on a defense.
All runs on this drive so far. It's 1st and 10. This is Ingram. And he'll take this inside the 20 and down to the 18. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down.
A 3-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 7 at the 18-yard line.
Let's go right here now.
Check your hot read.
Check the backer, check the backer.
Now Trubisky going to give this to Montgomery. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage.
Hey, wahoo!
Now Trubisky to throw. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Darnell Savage. And he will take this all the way up past the 40-yard line. He's at it again, Charles. He had the pick six last week. Not a pick six here, but an interception.
It's another Oski, because that's the word we use when we intercept a pass. Oski tells your team to rally around and block for you. Well, that worked really well last week because he had made it all the way to the end zone. This week he got the Oski, maybe not a touchdown, but boy, he's playing really well.
And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. Give him 10 there. Good enough for a Packer first down.
It's a gain of 10. First down, Packers.
Set it! 319! Back north. Jump out!
Let's go, D. It's going to be a long day, offense. It's going to be a long day.
Yeah, Liz. 319.
And they'll keep on the ground with Jones. And he's going to get this one down near the 45-yard line. Eddie Jackson with a tackle.
It's a pickup of 3.
Second quarter, 2 minutes to go. Tie ball game. A reminder, coming up at halftime, we'll head to Orlando. Standing by there, Jonathan Coachman. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL in this second week of the regular season.
Check the outs, check the outs, check the outs.
Hey, check Mike 21.
Hey, check 26.
On the ball.
Go to 50. Hey, you block over here.
Sponge.
80 weapon.
Sponge. No.
On second down, it's Jones. 3 yards on the pickup. That's going to set up an interesting third and about 4 to go.
Eddie Jackson brought him down.
Yeah, 300.
A 3-yard pickup.
Hey, box truck.
Third down.
Now it's Rodgers. He's going to loft one deep left side here. That's going to be caught. And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, Packers. A big play there. With his second touchdown of the game, 4th of the year. And the Packers have taken the lead. Crosby with the extra point, and that makes the score 14-7. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
Let's go.
The Bears take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. That 7-0 lead of theirs short-lived as they've now given up 2 straight touchdowns to fall behind by 7.
Yeah, but no cause for discouragement here. Yeah, they've fallen behind, but haven't they proven that they can go down and score? So what was the formula that got them down there the first?
Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the former Bear, Adrian Amos. And he'll take it across midfield to the 46-yard line. That's sort of a second quarter to forget for him. Now 2 picks in this frame.
Almost as if the first one that he threw, he couldn't shake, couldn't get it out of his head. He ends up throwing a second one as a result.
Compounds the mistake a little bit.
Yeah, you got to be able to forget, compartmentalize, whatever you want to call it, and move on. He hasn't been able to do so here in the second.
So after the INT, it's Rodgers. And nowhere to fit that football in. It's knocked away and incomplete.
It's always a battle. Who's going to win on first down, the offense or the defense? Let's face it, if you've got the ball, 4 yards or more on first down is what you're aiming for. They tried to throw for it there. Nice effort to knock that one away and bring up second down.
Off the play fake to Jones. Here's Rodgers. Flush to his right. On the crossing route, complete. It's Schwartz. He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20. A first down there on a pickup of 25.
I got one.
Now a first down carry by Jones. And a couple of yards as they move it from the 21 to the 19.
Jones, the ball carrier. The tackle made by Robert Quinn.
Here we go.
2 yards on the pickup. It's second and 8 at the Bears' 19-yard line.
Shift.
Chopper.
Jump out.
Throwing on 2nd and 8. Rodgers looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
The positioning here is key. As a defensive back, you're taught 99% of the time, make a play on the football. But in this case, making a play on the man was all the difference. That's what forced the incompletion.
So the failure to connect on 2nd down, that leaves them staring up here at a 3rd and 8.
Bullet high.
Rodgers with a give. It's Aaron Jones. And he's going to be stopped well short of what he needed as the tackle is made at the 18-yard line. Now the Bears going to call the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play. Oh, this ball hangs out to the right. It's no good. And this score will stay right where it is. So they'll come away with nothing here. A disappointing result even on a day like this.
And as a kicker in the rain, you've got to slow things down a little bit. Give your holder an extra half second to make sure everything's secure. And here, he might have rushed this one a little, and it winds up no good.
I'm coming after you. 58, right over there. Yeah. Mike, 58.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. He's going to... And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Kevin King with a pick. At a potential turning point as they'll get the football in very good field position late in this first half.
You're trailing. You're trying to get points late in the half. I absolutely understand that. But remember, it's all about the ball. And without the ball, you can't get those points. They just turned it over.
Now you got to be careful because that deficit can get a little bigger on the other side with that good field position they just took over with. Now the Packers going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts as they stop it with 16 seconds to go in half number 1.
I got him.
Now a play fake. Rodgers. Looking deep for Adams. And that'll be incomplete with just 6 seconds left on the clock.
For Devontae Adams. Incomplete. It's 3rd down and 6 yards to go.
They missed a field goal on their last drive. Here they need something to even get into field goal range on 3rd down. From the shotgun, a give to Jones. And this time he's going backwards. So after the no gain on the last attempt, here they get him behind the line. On now is Mason Crosby, who's hit from as far as 58 in his career. This will be from 56 yards out. And he missed it. It's no good. So we have reached halftime with a touchdown. That's the difference on the scoreboard. As we'll send you down to Orlando, we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, forecast calling for more of the same. The rain set to continue as we are underway in the second half.
Let's go. Let's do this.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. They're close game, but they're going to need to do a little bit better probably here in half two, no?
I would agree with that totally. I would guess it in the locker room. They talked about cleaning up some of the errors, but overall, I think they wanted to be positive with them. Guys, we're right there. Just not playing as well as we need to. Let's pick it up, and we still have a chance to win this game.
Yeah, they do. We'll see if they can pick it up. From the 27, Trubisky. He's going to wind up and air it out. And that's caught inside the 30. Touchdown, Chicago. A big play there with his first career NFL touchdown, as they are an extra point away now from tying this football game. Extra point up and through, and we are tied at 14.
That ties the game at 14.
So a tie ball game here as the kick's away. This is taken at his 4. And he's all the way up across the 40 and down at the 42-yard line. Great return.
Well, someone wasn't very happy about that game being tied up. They came right back at him with a big-time return. They want to get back out in front as fast as possible.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. Last time out, they had that long 50-plus yard field goal that they missed.
And I'm sure on their sideline they're thinking to themselves, okay, do we still want to try one if we're in that position again? And I would dare say that the answer would be yes. They're going to have a lot of confidence in their kicker. But just to be on the safe side, I'm sure they told their offensive guys, can we get a little bit closer this time?
Get a little closer.
Yeah, you know, I'd rather get in the end zone first and foremost. But if all else fails, less of a field goal attempt for him.
Ball on the 42 as they come up 2nd and 10.
Plant. He's moving, boys.
Hey, 88.
58. Exit. 58.
Rodgers now. Going to throw again. Looking deep for Adams. Oh, nearly picked. And maybe lucky there. This guy doesn't drop many defensively. 3rd down.
Incomplete.
One of the toughest things about playing defensive back is pattern reading, trying to figure out what they're doing. And on that one, they had to fly, just sending a guy downfield with the in route accompanying it, what people call a dagger route, trying to hit the guy underneath after the clear out. In this case, though, they're not able to get it done.
Yeah, they said forget the underneath route. They went for the guy on the fly, but as you said, incomplete. Now yet another incompletion here as they fail to connect on 3rd. His first punt, 45 yards. This looks good as well. Now this is going to carry well into the end zone for a touchback. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. The last possession, these guys were able to tie the game with a touchdown, and now they'll have a chance to move out in front.
Yeah, let's give a big assist to the defense who got the ball back. The special teams went out there, handled things. They've got it. They've got momentum. I know they're eager to get out there and put it on display.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again 2nd and 10.
The 20-yard line.
Bravo.
58, right over there. Yeah. Mike, 58, right there.
Watch the run.
Here's Trubisky.
He can't hang.
It's complete to Robinson. And he'll get to the 29-yard line, brought down there. They'll get 9 there as that sets him up better for 3rd down.
You can see the time and effort and thought that they've put into their passing game because it was evident right there. It looks like a simple pitch and catch, but you and I both know that they have planned for this and worked hard to make it happen.
Only 3 there on the pickup, but that's enough to move the chains. On first down, they go right back to Cohen. And he'll be brought down somewhat awkwardly here, and a late flag as well. I think this one's going to be a face mask. And now it's 1st and 10, a big mistake, especially when you factor in the personal foul yardage. Following the penalty, Montgomery. And this will be taken across midfield and into Green Bay territory. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable 2nd down, a very solid gain on that play.
180. 6, right there, 56. I'm coming.
Hey, ball.
Turn it up. Kill.
Blue draw corkers.
Watch twist.
Alert. Hey, Echo.
To throw on 2nd and 6. Trubisky. Blitz coming, and down he goes. Rashawn Gary gets him for a loss of 5. He is so tough to handle on the blitz, and that's Exhibit A. After that sack we just saw, Trubisky and the Bears deal with a 3rd and long.
Check. Motion out of the backfield. Mike's 56.
Lock in.
Here we go, D.
Here's Trubisky to throw. That's caught by Montgomery. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. And this is going to result in another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Packers' 32-yard line.
And this is why trying to cover the angle route is so difficult. Anyone playing the linebacker position, when they see a running back out of the backfield widen, because he heads towards the flat first, oftentimes you widen too much and overcommit. He cuts up inside, and that's what we saw there. A nice pickup for a 1st down.
They'll run on 1st down. Cohen. And that play is blown up, losing yardage back at the 35. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on 1st down.
35-yard line.
Red, smoke.
56 the Mike. 56 is the Mike. Watch the curve.
Now on 2nd and 13. Trubisky going down the middle, and it's complete. And this is going to result in another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Packers' 14.
1st and 10 at the 14-yard line.
Get ready.
From the red zone now, here's Trubisky on 1st down. Rush coming, and he's taken down. Rashawn Gary picks up his 2nd sack of the afternoon.
And plays like that really hurt play calling. They had a really nice gain on the previous play, but gave about half the yardage back on the sack. Excellent pressure up front. Nowhere to go with the football. Down he goes.
After the sack on 1st down, Trubisky, and that is caught. What a grab at the 8. They get 16 out of that one, but they'll still need to convert on 3rd. A field goal would get them the lead, but that's not what they're shooting for as they come up on 3rd down. On 3rd down, a run with Cohen. And he takes this one in for a Bears touchdown. Tariq Cohen, his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon, as his guys are able to regain the lead. Extra point was hooking, but he does make it through. And the lead is now 21-14.
Packers 14.
Now after the touchdown, here's Pinheiro to kick it off. This one fielded at the 5. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line.
The Packers take over 1st and 10 at their own 30-yard line.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
Again, it's Jones. And he gets this to the 35. Good for a gain of 5.
And that's one of the reasons you like to blitz even on rundowns. It confuses the blocking assignments. It doesn't allow those offensive linemen to get up to the second level.
The Packers on 3rd down. They've had their troubles. Just 1 for 6. This will be 3rd and 5.
Check 3 to 50. 26. Hey, Charlie.
To throw is Rodgers. And that's complete to Lewis. 13 yards, first down, Packers. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
On 1st down, it's Jones. And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on 1st down.
That was a good run, and it got to the second level. And what I mean by that is that's where the linebackers usually play. First level being the defensive front, last level being the secondary. But the strong safety position ended up making the tackle, and oftentimes we call them a hybrid. Combination defensive back, combination linebacker. We saw the linebacker make the stop.
And he'll be brought down, it looks like right at the 40. 4 yards the pickup, first down.
And a Packer first down.
The drive continues as they search for a tying touchdown. Here's 1st and 10. This is Jones. And he only manages a couple here down to about the 38-yard line.
Well, he's looking for some running room, and there wasn't a whole lot of it there on that play. I think he was lucky to get a couple yards out of it because those defenders, they were rallying to the football pretty quickly.
Blue 58.
Check, 59. All you get is a headache. All you get is
box it.
tight dog.
The first carry now for the BYU man. It's Jamal Williams. And some room to roam now. And he gets it all the way down inside the 10 and mark him at the 5. He's able to rip off 32 on that one. It's a first down. A looming decision to make on the conversion, down 7, but first things first, they need to score as they come up on 1st and goal. Now Jones. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. They'll say no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd and goal.
No gain on the play.
They've called his number a lot this afternoon. You wonder how much tread is left on those tires.
We certainly do, but I always think back to one of my favorite coaches in the NFL. And he used to have a meeting with his running backs every year in the offseason and say, look, as many times as you're going to carry the ball, you should be able to carry it one more time. So make sure you get in shape.
Got a man open. It's Adams. Touchdown, Green Bay. Devontae Adams. His 2nd touchdown on the season. As they can now even this game here in the 4th quarter with the extra point.
That keeps the score, Bears 21.
So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off. This one taken from the 7. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line.
Let's go.
At their own 30-yard line.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. A little less than 4 minutes remaining, and the margin for error is small with this slim lead. Operate within your 4-minute offense here, Charles?
Definitely. Remember, the 4-minute offense doesn't always correspond to what's up on the clock. What they need to do is play a little bit of keep away right now. Run the clock down. Make sure their opponent doesn't get the ball back. Their dream scenario, get enough first downs and make them eat up their timeouts so the game ends when you're kneeling down with the football.
56.
Hey, dude.
Right there, 56.
Hey, that QB's trash. Let's go.
On 2nd and 12, Trubisky. And this is incomplete. This a very important drive, and that incompletion leads to a very important 3rd down here if they're going to try and get the football back.
Yeah, getting it back, absolutely crucial to their chances to try and win this game. I would expect a lot of pressure here. They can't afford to let them continue to get first downs and eat away at the clock.
Possibly a turning point. Big play coming. This is 3rd and long.
You got motion man right there. Mike's 56. Mike's 56.
18.
Get the ball.
56 to Mike, boys. 56.
Hey, seam 6. Seam 6.
Trubisky will throw. Keeps himself upright. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Christian Kirksey able to get him down for a loss of 11. And it brings up 4th down. Here's Pat O'Donnell now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. Here's Irvin to return. 12 yards on the return that time. And it'll be Packer football here. 1st down and 10.
At their own 35-yard line.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. They'll start the drive with a carry by Jones. And he's across the 40, 3 extra yards to the 43. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on 1st down, that fits the bill.
Check 45 to Mike.
4th quarter, 2 minutes on the clock in a tight 1-point game. So it's Packer football here as we welcome you back. They come up on a 2nd down now in a game that looks like it's going to go down to the wire. They'll go again to Jones. And he'll get it out a couple yards shy of midfield at the 48. A gain of 5, good enough for the 1st down.
Boy, he does it at a high level, doesn't he? Because when I watch him, I think of his vision. Straight ahead, peripheral, also has that sense of where holes are going to be before they actually open. I think that helps set him apart from many of the other backs in the league.
Some good games going on in the early window. This might be the best of the bunch. They'll run it with Jones. And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. He'll wind up losing a yard on the play, and it'll be 2nd and 11.
2nd and 11 at the 47-yard line.
Hey, green 18. Here, Mike. Here it comes.
45's the Mike. 40.
He's back to throw.
Pull it together.
That is incomplete.
2-minute
drills, they're tough enough, pressure-packed enough, and these elements makes it significantly tougher.
And you don't have the margin where you can say, okay, I can allow for certain things and maybe change up a little bit. Because it's a 2-minute situation, you've got to try and make the same plays you would make if the elements didn't exist.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down.
Let's go, D, let's go.
He'll look to throw.
Hey, let's get this.
Steps away to his left. And the throw there going to be incomplete. The way he's throwing the football today, almost a surprise when he doesn't complete a pass like happened there, but he needs a few more to get his guys downfield.
Well, the way he's thrown it leads him to believe that he's going to get those completions, and that means the guys going out for passes, they'll run even harder because they expect it as well.
One score down. Here we go. They're going to go for it here on 4th down. Now the Bears going to call the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. They're going to line up to go for this on 4th down. Rodgers stays on the field. Rodgers to throw for it on 4th. He's going to let it fly. And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Eddie Jackson picks it.
And that one, it's going to hurt big time. You're in the 2-minute drill trying to get your guys down the field, and it's looking like they're going to come up just short, as this is definitely not his best throw. And it'll wind up being intercepted.
And he stopped immediately there. The Packers going to use one of their timeouts as the clock shows 50 seconds to play here in quarter number 4.
At the 4-yard line.
They try again with Cohen. Had a decent move, but brought down quickly just outside of the 5-yard line. Now the Packers going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 45 seconds left to go in the game.
Let him know, let him know. Hatch it, hatch it.
Hey, alert, 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 alert. Kill. Red, turn it out.
On 3rd down, it's Cohen, and he is going to be stopped at the 12, short of the 1st down. Now the Packers going to burn their 3rd and final timeout as they'll stop it with 40 seconds remaining in this 4th quarter. Here's Pat O'Donnell now, standing about a yard deep in his own end zone. So a change of possession here on the punt. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs.
At their own 35-yard line.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. They only need a field goal. Obviously, the clock a huge factor. They'll be watching that. What do they need to do here, Charles?
Your sequence of plays has to get you out of bounds.
And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. The sack by Robert Quinn. That huge loss on the sack makes this job much more difficult. It's now 2nd down and 22 yards to go. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Eddie Jackson picks it. Well, we were on hand for a fun and entertaining game here. Coming down really to that last play. Great job defensively to get the pick and seal it.
And we know that every play during a game matters. You're never sure which one's going to be one of the key ones. But at the end of the game, when you analyze it, 3, 4, 5 plays are going to be the ones you focus on. And that last play was one of them. The last shot had to take it, and they came up with the interception and sealed their victory.
So for the Bears, it's a win here in their home opener as they move to 2-0. And they'll get another home date next week as the Saints will come to town. Meanwhile, for Green Bay, they'll fall to 1-1. And they'll be off to Minneapolis next week for a look at new U.S. Bank Stadium and a date with the Vikings. So for our entire crew, alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Thanks for watching, everybody. We'll see you next time.